When he tries to drink, water pours out of the hole in his neck. So he does something unthinkable. He burns his own throat wound shut with fire. A group of fur trappers move through the forest, collecting animal pelts along a river. Among them is Hugh Glass, a skilled frontiersman who knows this land better than anyone else. With him is his half-bunny son, Hawk, who helps him survive in a world that hates him for who he is. Without warning, the calm is shattered. The Arikara tribe attacks. Arrows rain down from the trees. Men scream. Guns fire wildly. The river turns red as bodies fall into the water. Glass fights fiercely, guiding his group through the chaos, helping them escape onto a boat. Many men die, but a few survive. They retreat deeper into the wilderness, knowing the Arikara will not stop hunting them. Captain Andrew Henry, the leader of the group, decides they must leave the river and travel by land to avoid another attack. It's slower. More dangerous. But it's the only way. This is where fate turns cruel. While scouting ahead, Glass walks into the forest alone. The air is quiet. Too quiet. Suddenly, a massive grizzly bear explodes from the trees. Before Glass can react, the bear slams into him. It knocks him to the ground, crushing his ribs. Claws rip open his back. Teeth sink into his neck. The bear roars as it mauls him again and again. Glass fights desperately. With his last strength, he grabs his rifle and fires point blank. The bear collapses dead. Glass survives. But barely. His body is destroyed. His throat is torn open. Bones are shattered. He cannot speak. He cannot move. Death seems certain. The hunting group arrives and freezes in horror at the sight of him. Captain Henry stitches Glass's wounds with crude tools. He sews his neck. His back. His chest. Glass screams silently, unable to make a sound. The group moves on, carrying Glass on a stretcher. But danger follows them everywhere. The Arikara are still close. Food is running out. And Glass slows them down. Fitzgerald says what others fear, Glass is a burden. He will get them all killed. The best option is to end his suffering. Captain Henry refuses. But the journey grows worse. Snow falls. Men are exhausted. Glass is heavy. And the enemy is nearby. Finally, Henry makes a heartbreaking decision. Glass must be left behind. But Hawk, Glass's son, refuses to abandon his father. He begs. He pleads. Henry offers a deal. 2 men will stay behind with Glass until he dies, then bury him properly. They will be paid well. Fitzgerald volunteers for the money. Another man joins them. The rest leave. Days pass. Fitzgerald grows impatient. He wants to leave. He tries to kill Glass. But Hawk steps in. A struggle breaks out. And in a moment of pure evil, Fitzgerald stabs Hawk and kills him. Glass watches, helpless, as his son dies before his eyes. Fitzgerald lies to the other man, claiming Hawk was killed by natives. Together, they bury Glass alive and abandon him. At this point, pause for a second. Imagine this. Your body destroyed. Your son murdered in front of you. Buried alive in freezing ground. Most people would die. Glass doesn't. He claws his way out of the grave. He crawls to his son's body and breaks down in silent agony. From this moment on, Glass is no longer just surviving. He is driven by revenge. Unable to stand, he crawls across snow and mud. He eats roots. He drinks river water. When he tries to drink, water pours out of the hole in his neck. So he does something unthinkable. He burns his own throat wound shut with fire. The pain is unbearable, but it keeps him alive. He catches a fish with his bare hands, eats it raw, and sleeps beside the river. When he wakes, he sees a Pawnee man cooking meat. Glass crawls toward him and begs. The man gives him food and later helps him travel. Glass gives him the bear claw in thanks. For a brief moment, Glass is not alone. But one morning, he wakes to silence. The Pawnee man is gone. Glass later finds him hanging from a tree, killed by French trappers. Glass stumbles into their camp and sees one of them abusing a native woman. Without hesitation, Glass attacks. He rescues her. He steals a horse. And he rides. But the Arikara are close behind. Arrows fly through the air. The horse panics near a cliff. They fall. Glass survives. The horse does not. Night comes fast. The cold is deadly. With no shelter left, Glass cuts open the horse's belly, removes the organs, and crawls inside the carcass to survive the freezing night. Covered in blood. Surrounded by death. Still alive. At dawn, Glass crawls out and continues his journey. Eventually, he reaches another group of trappers. They stare at him like he's a ghost. Glass finally reunites with Captain Henry and tells him the truth: Fitzgerald murdered his son. Henry doesn't hesitate. He arms himself and rides with Glass to hunt Fitzgerald down. But Fitzgerald strikes first. He ambushes Henry, kills him, and scalps his body. When Glass arrives, it's too late. But Glass doesn't rush in. He thinks. He props the captain's body upright with sticks, making it look alive. Fitzgerald sees it and fires, revealing his position. Glass shoots back, wounding him. Fitzgerald runs. Glass chases. Their final fight is brutal. No words. Just pain. Just rage. Fingers are chopped. Knives stab. Blood stains the snow. Fitzgerald stabs Glass, but Glass refuses to fall. In the end, Glass drags Fitzgerald to the river and releases him, sending him toward the Arikara warriors he betrayed. Glass does not kill him himself. He lets nature decide. Exhausted. Broken. But finally at peace, Glass turns away. His revenge is complete. And here's the powerful truth: this story is not just a revenge story. It's a story about pain, survival, loss, and the unstoppable will to live. If you stayed till the end, you already know this is not just a movie. It's an experience. And if this story moved you, make sure to like and subscribe for more.